Hey everybody, and welcome to this video. I'm Inxlaura123. This is going to be a book haul, so all of the books that I'm going to be showing you in this video are secondhand. So I've either got them from eBay or local charity shops. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this video, and if you do, please click like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. That would be awesome. So I just got out of the shower, my hair's wet, hence it looks a bit messy, but there we go. I've actually got my Lady in the Tramp nightdress on under here, look. But I was so cold, I've just put this big old fluffy jumper on over the top because it's freezing. It's freezing cold. Anyway, enough rambling. So yeah, let me show you the books that I have got. And it's really worth checking local like secondhand shops if you are a bookworm like me, because you can really find some really good books at a really cheap price. And obviously, you know, when you're buying books in charity shops, the money is going to, you know, a worthy cause. So that's always good as well. Right, so I'm going to pop the glasses on because without them I can't read. There we go. Right, so the first book I'm going to show you is actually the book I'm currently reading. And I did pick this up from a charity shop last week, and it is probably a book that a lot of you have heard of. It's quite famous, well known. There's even a TV show based on it. So this is Sally Rooney's Normal People. Now, I'd heard so much hype about this ever since it came out, and like I think I just got a bit sick of people talking about it. You know, that sometimes happens with me. If there's a certain book that's like hyped so much, it's like, this sounds really odd, but sometimes I kind of avoid it because I'm just like, oh, just sick of hearing about it. So I let it kind of go for a while. Then I remember the TV show coming on and I was like, should I watch this? Should I not? I didn't. But then I heard it got quite a good, you know, review and stuff like that. Anyway, it was one of these books that I kept kind of looking at and then walking away, then looking at, then walking away. Anyway, I was in the charity shop, saw it, and I thought, you know what, it's really cheap, it looks in quite good condition, I am gonna pick it up. And you know what, I am so pleased I did, because I've started reading it now. I think I just wanted to kind of you know, deal with that curiosity about this book, and I absolutely love it. It's really, really good, really good. And I see people on BookTube, like some people love it, some people hate it. It's a bit like Marmite. There's nothing really in between. It's just hate it, love it. And I have to say it's really, really good. And another little random funny fact for you is that on the cover here, there's a little tin, looks like a tin of sardines. And I always thought this was actually like literally a tin of sardines. But if you look closer, there's two people in there cuddled up together. I never knew that. Anyway, so I'm not going to go into like every book, what it's about and stuff, but I just wanted to kind of, you know, do a little show me, tell me with the books. But I'll tell you a little bit about some of them, but I'm not going to read the backs of all of them because we'll be here for like hours. You don't want that? I don't want that. But this one I will read to you because, you know, this is the one I'm reading anyway at the moment. So it says, Connell and Marianne grow up in the same small town in the west of Ireland, but the similarities end there. In school, Connell is popular and well liked, while Marianne is a loner. But when the two strike up a conversation, awkward but electrifying, something life-changing begins. It says here it's a story of mutual fascination, friendship, love. Takes us from that first conversation to the years beyond, in the company of two people who try to stay apart but find they can't. Yeah, really enjoying it so far. The only negative thing I'm finding is the whole kind of like Connell making out like he doesn't know her in school and stuff. Like I find that really harsh, but obviously there's reasons to it, and you know, you can see that there is a genuine bond between them. So I'm looking forward to see how this book goes, and yeah, really enjoying it so far. Really enjoying it. Okay, so the next book I got on eBay, and I picked it up quite cheap because it is secondhand, but it's in really good condition. Like it literally looks like new. Like, there's no stains on it. There's like, it's really good condition. And that's the thing, like sometimes when you get secondhand books on eBay, like they do turn up looking a bit, you know, but other times they turn up looking better than you even imagine they could. So I always go to used before new. I mean, sometimes, you know, to buy it brand new is like, you know, the similar price than the used one, so then I'll buy it new. But if it's a lot cheaper, then I will buy it used. Anyway, this one is a mixture of stories, like a little collection of short stories. It's called Slasher Girls and Monster Boys, which I think is just a really cool title. It's really creepy looking as well. Look at that cover. That is just, yeah, it's super creepy. So it's basically, it says here on the back, a mixture of short stories, and it says featuring some of the best thriller and horror writers around. I love thriller books. I love horror books. So, you know, there's some amazing authors here. Some of them I've read. You've got Kat Winters. You've got the amazing Lee Bardugo. I can never say her name. A.G. Howard, Marie Lu, who's one of my favourite authors. Kendra Blake's in it as well. In it. Makes it sound like a film. Like she's wrote one of the stories. So yeah, it says here, classic tales, brand new nightmares. I think there's a few like reimaginings of stories and cases as well. So I'm literally so excited for this book. Like psychological thrillers, horrors. Each story draws from a mixture of literature, film, television, or even music to offer something new, fresh, and unsettling. So here's the thing, right? I didn't really like short story books. I've never been that kind of, like, I don't know, person that enjoys short stories. I prefer just one book or a series, etc. But recently I read The Lives of Saints by, I've got to say her name again now, probably wrong, Lee Bardugo. Anyway, I really loved that. It was a collection of short stories. It had beautiful illustrations as well. And I just thought, you know what, I actually found myself enjoying the fact that they were little individual short stories. So I'm definitely up for looking for more collections of short stories. And it's always like, you don't have to read the whole book. Like I could just pick a few out of here, do you know what I mean, and read a couple, then another day come back and read another story. So I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, it sounds really awesome, creepy. It is October obviously at the moment, so it's going to be nice to read a few little, you know, spooky horror stories. So that's that one. Next book I got here is Dear Mrs. Bird. There's two different covers of this, but I actually always like this cover better. Better. That sounds so common. Better. There we go. So I'm pleased I actually found the one with this cover. Ironically, I was in a charity shop today where I got the other books I'm going to show you in a minute. And I saw the same book with the other cover. So I'm pleased I saw this one first because it's got the red cover. Anyway, it's enough about book covers. It's kind of going in a boring circle for you now, yeah? But yeah, Dear Mrs. Bird is by A.J. Pierce. Yeah, this is one of these books that I've really wanted for a while and I just don't get around to getting, and I don't know why. But it just sounds so, like, just amazing. So it's set in London, 1941, amid the falling bombs. Emmeline Lake dreams of becoming a fearless lady war correspondent. Unfortunately, Emmy finds herself instead employed as a typist for the formidable Henrietta Bird, the renowned agony aunt at Woman's Friend magazine. So Mrs. Bird refuses to read, let alone answer letters containing any form of unpleasantness, and definitely not those from the lovelorn, grief-stricken or morally conflicted. But the thought of these desperate women waiting for an answer at this most desperate time becomes impossible for Emmy to ignore. So she decides that she simply must help and secretly starts to write back. After all, what harm could that possibly do? Like, that just sounds so, like, it gives me the chills thinking about that story. And I'm really angry with myself that I didn't buy it before, but I've got it now. So I don't know, this just sounds good. It's going to be proper emotional. Okay, next one is in a bit of a bad condition. As you can see, it's kind of got that yellowy kind of look to the pages where it's old, but in a way it doesn't really bother me. It gives the book a bit more personality, I suppose. A bit like me, I'm getting old. I've got more personality than I did have when I was younger. Well, some might disagree actually. But anyway, yeah, this one is by James Patterson and David Ellis. It's called Murder House. I've seen this around for a while. I mean, there's so many James Patterson books out there, really. You can always see one somewhere. But this sounds like typical kind of thriller, an ocean view, private beach, and a deadly secret. Love that cover as well, like the house on the beach and stuff. Yeah, detective. There's obviously going to be a murder. Number 7, Ocean Drive, is a house with a horrific past. There's been a set of killings in this small seaside town, etc. Detective Jenna Murphy is hoping to escape her troubled past and a career on the rocks. A Hollywood power broker and his mistress are found dead in the abandoned murder house. I love thrillers. Like, seriously, I literally turn into a detective when I read them. So, yeah, it is in a bit of a dodgy condition, a bit old looking, but for £1, as you can see up there, I was like, yep. People are a bit funny about the whole James Patterson thing. I did a post on my Instagram recently because I had literally just read the brand new James Patterson book, which I literally cannot remember the name of. but it was brilliant. I loved it. Anyway, I literally read it last week and I can't remember the name of it, but it was brilliant. But yeah, I put a post on Instagram of the book. I always normally update my Instagram with pictures of the books that I'm reading, so, you know, fellow bookworms, you know, can see what I'm reading if they're interested. But yeah, I had this comment from someone who's lovely, by the way. She's you know, one of my followers and viewers and stuff, and she was just kind of saying, oh, I don't read James Patterson, and then someone else joined in, and because, you know, it's a kind of rumour, or maybe there is some truth in it. I think it's beyond rumour now that James Patterson doesn't write all his books, but they go under the James Patterson brand name. So if you were to pick up a book, for example, this one here, James Patterson in big letters, and then you've got David Ellis. It's pretty much like sometimes David Ellis could write pretty much the whole book. James just puts, yeah, great book, and it goes under him. But, you know, it's because it's his kind of publishing company and stuff. I don't know. All I know is whenever I've picked up a book with James Patterson's name on it, whether he's wrote bits of it, all of it, some of it, I've always enjoyed them. Like, they've really been good thrillers. So, yeah. So yeah, is it fair to do that? Probably not, but do I enjoy him? Yeah. Anyway, moving on from a thriller to this random book. 25p I give you. Funny Bones by Janet and Alan Alberg. Now, when I was a kid, I used to absolutely love Funny Bones. When I was at school, junior school, we had a little library. Like, it was tiny. It was the size of like a tiny little room. But I used to love sitting in their little library, and I'd always go straight to the Funny Bones book section. Any spooky books I loved as a kid, and as an adult I still do. But yeah, I absolutely loved the creepy skeleton family. And me and Nathan were talking about Funny Bones the other day. I can't even remember why. I think it was like childhood books conversation, I don't know. And I said, oh, you know, Funny Bones, he loved them as well. And I went into the charity shop and found a Funny Bones. I was like, how much is it? It was like 25p. I was like, I'll have it. I'll have it, mate. But they're just really cool. If you've never read a Funny Bones, they're really cool. And this is going to bring back our youth, I think. So we're going to have like a little read together of this. I don't know if that's really romantic or really odd, but we're going to have a little read through the Funny Bones book together. So that's that. Next one I got. This is a beautiful book. Now, I'm going to be selling this book, if anyone is interested, after I've had a look through it. It's called Goodnight Stories for Rebel Girls, and it's basically a collection of short stories, but are factual as well. So they take... Hold on. Goodnight Stories for Rebel Girls reinvents fairy tales, inspiring children with the stories of 100 heroic women, from Elizabeth I to Serena Williams. It's also got really nice illustrations in as well. I mean, it's a really cool way of getting people to learn about history and feminism. I mean, look at that. That is just so cool, the illustration. So I'm probably going to sell it, but part of me doesn't want to because I love all the illustrations. And it's really nice to learn about, you know, women in history and how women have succeeded. This is a cool picture. But it is going for quite a bit on eBay. So part of me is like, should I sell it or should I keep it? But there are just some really cool pictures. So some of these people are really like more modern, and you've got like the older kind of people. It all around the world as well. Really good. I got this for, was it £1? Yeah, £1.50. And it's really beautiful. So as I say, I'm not sure at the moment. Sell it, keep it. I don't know. All right, next one I picked up. I've never read this lady, but apparently she's supposed to be really, really good at the crime novels, thrillers. Martina Cole. This is Damaged. Now, I think this is part of a series, possibly, like maybe with like the same detective. It's like kind of like when they do the series with thrillers and crimes, it's like the same detective, but each book is a different, like, standalone, but it's always featuring the same you know, detective and stuff. So I think that's what it is. I don't think it's a carry-on. It doesn't sound like it's a to be continued in the next book kind of thing. Just to say, the race is on for DCI Kate Burrows. Stop the killer before more innocent girls die. There's a serial killer thing going on here. Time is running out. They have to find something to do with the former gangster as well. You know, I've never read her before, but one of my friends reads her books and she really likes them. So I was like, this was actually free. I actually got this from a little store in Southend called the Free Bookshop, and they just give away free books. You can leave like a donation if you want. Money goes to charity. So I got this for free, apart from the little donation I put in. So, you know, But yeah, anyway, I don't know what it's going to be like. I've never read her before. I mean, she's a massive best-selling author, so I've got high hopes. Now, in this bag here, which I'm going to show you, my unicorn bag, because, you know, look at that. That's like one of the coolest bags I own. Rainbows and unicorns and stars and clouds. Very pretty. In that bag there, I have several books that I got today from a local charity shop. It's a hospital charity shop. So basically all the money that they raise in the charity shop goes to help their local hospital, which I think is one of the best charity shops in my area. I love being able to donate stuff there of my own and also to buy stuff there to help the local hospital. Shout out Southern Hospital. Great hospital. But yeah, I just wanted to show you these. Basically some, I assume, girl. I know it's really stereotypical, I shouldn't assume, but I'm like 90%. A young girl has given these books in because they're all very girly, young adult books. Oh, actually, no, there's one in there that isn't girly, actually. Anyway, most of them are young adult books. And some of them are actually books that I've had for ages on my want to read list on Goodreads. By the way, if you are on Goodreads and you want to come and follow me, please do. God, I look terrible. Sorry, you know, you just look at the camera and you think, ooh, yeah, not a good look for me today, sorry. But yeah, if you want to come and follow me on Goodreads, please do. Link is down below to that. I sound posh all of a sudden. I don't know why. But yeah, so a lot of these books I thought, oh, I recognise that one. I recognise that one. And it's because they were already on my want to read list. So to find them in a charity shop, basically all of these books on this bookcase that I found in the shop were 50p. All paperback books were 50p. So I paid £3 and I got this bundle of books. So this is the one I'm most excited about. It's called The Good Luck Girls, and it's got a different cover. I think that's why I didn't recognise it, but I knew the name. So yeah, this literally I think come out, yeah, it must have been this year because it's on my to-read list. Anyway, yeah, Good Luck Girls by Charlotte Nicole Davis. The cover I've seen looks completely different. But it says Asta the protector, Violet the favourite, Tansy the medic, Mallow the fighter, and Clementine the catalyst. Sold as children and branded with cursed markings, trapped in a life they would never have chosen. When Asta's sister Clementine accidentally kills a man, the girls risk a harrowing journey to find freedom, justice and revenge in a country that wants them to have none of those things. Pursued by powerful forces, both living and dead, their only hope lies in a story passed from one girl to another, a story that only the most desperate would ever believe. It's going to take more than luck for them all to survive. And it's from Hotkey Books. A lot of my books are from the same kind of publishers. So whenever I see Hotkeys, I'm like, oh. Anyway, random. But yeah, it says here, keywords, freedom, justice, revenge, and sisters, which is always good. So yeah, sold, branded, trapped, will they ever be free? I'm really, like, 50p for that. That would cost me, like, £8, like, £7.99 to buy new. So that was a bargain. The next one is so pretty. Look at this cover, but look at the sprayed edges on that. It's all pink with hearts on it and stuff. There's hearts on it. Oh, there's all different shapes on it. It says, what is this? Oh, there's a heart, I think. A triangle, the number 1. There's numbers. I thought they were hearts, but I think they're numbers, hearts, triangle. I don't know. Anyway, it's pretty anyway, whatever it is. It's called The Square Root of Summer by Harriet Ruter Hapgood. Never heard of it, but I thought it sounded pretty cool. Do you want me to tell you what it's about? I said I wouldn't tell you what it's about, but hey, I've not told you all of them. Just a few. Right, so this one sounds quite dark, I think, but I think sometimes you need a bit of doom and gloom. You know, my heart is a kaleidoscope, and when we kiss, it makes my world unravel. Maybe she'll get a happy ending, hopefully. So it says, this is what it means to love someone. This is what it means to grieve someone. It's a little bit like a black hole. It's a little bit like infinity. When the fabric of the universe surrounding Gotti's, I think that is Gotti's sleepy seaside town, begins to fray, she's hurtled through wormholes into her past. To last summer, when her grandfather Gray died. To the afternoon she fell in love with Jason, who wouldn't even hold her hand at Gray's funeral. To the day her childhood best friend Thomas moved away, leaving her with a scar on her hand and a gap in her memory. But this summer, although Gray is still gone, Jason and Thomas are back, and Gotti's past, present and future are about to collide and be changed forever. So yeah, I just think that sounded quite like, oh, what's going to happen? Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously that dark stuff happened in the past, but yeah, what's going to happen? And it's really pretty. All these I say, I'm going to show you now, 50p. Bargain. Bargain. By the way, if you want to become a channel member, please do. I now have channel memberships available. So just press the join button right now. It's just next to the subscribe button. Really appreciate if you want to become a member of the 123 family, get early access to videos, get your names on videos, shout outs in live streams. You get to use Minx emojis in the chat rooms when I'm doing a premiere or a live stream. And there's other bits and pieces as well that I can't remember at this very second. But yeah, please become a channel member. It'd be awesome if you did. I'm trying to tidy my hair up, but it's not happening. Right, this one isn't a young adult, but I just think, number one, it had a cassette tape on it, and I'm a little bit obsessed with cassette tapes, very retro. So that's what drew me in. And also, it just sounds so freaking cool, and I've never heard of it. I've never heard of this book, so if it is a big book, and I'm just stupid, I've never heard of it, then there we go. But it's called The Alternative Hero by Tim Thornton. I just love that. You know what this cover reminds me of? Bruno Mars. You remember when he did the song? Oh, what is it? When I see your face. Da, 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 da. Anyway, just the way you are. That was terrible singing, sorry. But you know when he, like, in the video, if you've seen it, he made like stuff out of the tape. Do you remember what? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Probably not. Anyway, I just think this sounds such a cool book. Definitely something like for me. Anyway, I'll tell you what it's about quickly because it is really unusual and it's really cool, I think. It says, by the time most people hit 30, they've managed to do one of the following things: grow up, quit idolising rock stars, and move on a bit from the music they were obsessed with at the age of 17. Clive Beresford has failed to do all three, but that's about to change. So it says, one unremarkable Saturday morning, Clive sees the biggest alternative rock star of them all walking down the high street with his dry cleaning. Lance Webster, disgraced ex-singer of the Thieving Magpies, the biggest British band to emerge from the late 80s. Clive hatches a ramshackle plan to befriend his idol and grab the scoop of a lifetime. Why did Webster burn out? The chaos forces both men to revisit the sweat, the feedback, the stage dives, snake bites and hangovers of British alternative rock at the start of the 90s. To quote Lance Webster himself, before Britpop came along and, I won't swear, and effed everything up. Like, it just sounds so cool. Like, what would you do if you saw like your favourite rock star from years ago, like just walking along? Like, it just, I don't know. To me, that just sounds really awesome. Yeah, as I say, I don't know if this is a big book or if it's like a little independent book. I don't know. I might look it up afterwards because I'm curious. It came out, oh, it's quite a while ago. It's from 2009, I think. So it's been out a while. But, yeah, I just like it. I think it sounds good. Anyway, next one here is called Finding Violet Park by Jenny Valentine. This is yet another young adult book. It says Finding Violet Park traces a journey we all have to make. So it's, I think it's about apparently it won an award for the Children's Fiction Prize. There are reasons why Violet Park should have meant nothing to me. She was old. She was dead. She was in a box on a shelf. But I met her one night by accident in the middle of the night and she changed everything. Oh. I wonder if that's a ghosty thing. When 16-year-old Lucas Swain rescues Violet Park's ashes from a minicab office, he sets out to discover who she was and finally faces up to the question of his missing father. Maybe not ghosty. Probably not. But really interesting. I like the sound of that one. That was like, ooh. No. Next one I found, I have heard of this one. I've never read it, obviously, till now, but I have heard of it. I've seen it in the library in Waterstones. It's called Troublemakers by Catherine Barter. By the way, let me know in the comments section if you've heard of any of these, read them. Obviously, don't give me any spoilers because I'll not be happy. But obviously, if you read them or if there's some, you know, maybe you're looking at this video thinking, oh, that book looks really cool. Let me know what books in this video that you think you'd like to read as well. Anyway, so it says, what if the right choices hurt the ones you love? There are some facts you grow up knowing are true. Things like my mum died when I was little, and so I've been brought up by my older brother and his boyfriend. And my best friend is Tegan. Or London is a safe city. And it's definitely a fact that I never get into serious trouble. But not all things are true. Some things change and some things are lies. Don't really know about this one, but I thought for 50p, it just sounded intriguing. You know, I mean, Just the whole, like, you know, what's true, what's not, you know, I don't know. It's an open one, this one, but for 50p it's worth a try. Right, I've got one more to show you, and then I'm going to be really naughty. I know this is a second-hand bookshop, well, sorry, second-hand books haul, but I did get one new book today that was brand spanking new, and I shouldn't include it in this video because it's not second-hand, it's brand new. But I'm so freaking excited about it, I think I have to show you. So I'll show you this one, and I'll quickly go and get the other one because it's over there. Anyway, this is apparently now a film. I didn't know. I've never heard of it. It's called Midnight Sun by Trish Cook. Dreams Come True at Night. Nice cover. Look how they're looking at each other with such love. Yeah, it's apparently got Bella Thorne and Patrick Schwarzenegger. I wonder if he's related to Arnie. He must be, I suppose. Well, I mean, there must be more than one Schwarzenegger, but the likelihood is he's related. Anyway, who cares if he's related or not? But it's about this girl who's got this rare disease. She can't leave the house during the day. The smallest amount of sunlight can be deadly to her. Everything changes one evening. Singing her heart out on a deserted station platform, she meets Charlie. That sounds so romantic. And yet sad at the same time. Before the night is out, Kate is smitten, but she hasn't told Charlie her secret. She just wants to have a normal love story before reality kicks in. Lost in her nighttime summer romance, Katie knows that love will light the way. Heartbreaking tale of love, loss, and one nearly perfect summer. Oh, I've just seen on the back people who are in it, and one of the people is Rob Riggle. See there, like the list in the film. Now, if you've not heard of Rob Riggle, I just randomly saw that when I was looking at the back of it. Me and Nathan watched this show. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's like The Adventures of Rob Riggle or something like that. Anyway, he's this really funny guy. He used to be in the army. He was like quite high up in the army and everything. And now he does this, he's done films and TV shows and stuff. And he goes around like kind of investigating these random mysteries. But it's part of it is real. Like obviously it's history and stuff and mysteries. But part of it is him being silly and just really funny. And we watch it, I think it's on the History Channel on a Friday night. And we love it. I've got a thing for Rob. He's really funny. Like I sit there. And like it's this little, the looks that he does, the funny things that he says, and we're both cracking up. Like, anyway, so it looks like this film he's in, random. Anyway, press pause now. I'm going to go grab that book there and show you. Hold on. Okay, the magic of that pause button. I love that pause button. Loads of YouTubers have to like edit and this. I just press pause and it's so much easier, less hassle. Not as professional, I'll give you. But by the way, I've just took my jumper off because I was starting to get really hot. I was freezing and then I just got really hot. Anyway, so yeah, this is the book. As I say, it's not secondhand. It is new, brand spanking new. But I've wanted this book ever since I first heard about it. So it's by an author that I've read pretty much. I think, yeah, I've read every book that she's done. It's Tiffany D. Jackson. That's the author. Check out her books. Look them up. They're absolutely brilliant. Anyway, this one is a brand new one. It's called Grown. I will be selling this on eBay afterwards as well. Wow, what a beautiful cover, by the way. That is just like, I just love that cover so much. I think she's just looks beautiful. You've got the big earring with the word grown in it. Apparently, I saw on Twitter that you can actually buy limited edition, or you can get limited edition grown earrings to go with the book and stuff. Anyway, but yeah, she's such a great author, so I'm so excited to read this. Right, I'm going to tell you what it's about. Corey Fields is dead. When Enchanted Jones wakes up with blood on her hands and zero memory of the previous night, no one, the police and Corey's fans included, has more questions than she does. All she really knows is that this isn't how things are supposed to be. Corey was Enchanted's ticket to stardom. Before there was a dead body, Enchanted was an inspiring singer, struggling with her tight-knit family's recent move to the suburbs while trying to find her place as one of the few black girls in high school. But then, legendary R&B artist Corey Fields spots her in audition. Suddenly, her dream of being a professional singer takes flight. Enchanted is dazzled by Corey's luxurious life, but soon her dream turns into a nightmare. Behind Corey's charm and star power lurks a dark side, one that wants to control her every move with rage and consequences. Except now he's dead and the police are at the door. Who killed Corey Fields? All signs point to Enchanted. Did she kill him? Did she not? Whew. So it says here, award-winning author Tiffany D. Jackson delivers another riveting, ripped from the headlines mystery that exposes horrific secrets behind the limelight and the power of a young woman's voice. Nice. Seeing what was under the dust jacket. It's just like a plain white cover with gold coloured font. Yeah, I mean, this, I know it's not the exact story. Obviously, number one, he's still alive. I'll have to do that in a minute. But yeah, I know that some of the book is based on the whole kind of R. Kelly situation. I remember everything when the documentary come out, and when the book, I first heard about this book, there were, you know, comments made that there's some similarities, like especially like because he's an R&B singer, and obviously you know, he's got that lifestyle, and he's good looking, he's rich, he's handsome, you know, all that stuff, but behind the scenes he's quite a dark, nasty, controlling person, and the way he controls women and stuff like that. So I remember seeing that this book was based on, well, parts of the whole documentary and what was going on with R. Kelly, but obviously it's fiction because, you know, he's been murdered, etc. But anyway, I am a big like R&B fan, so I'm really interested to read like about the whole R&B scene and stuff like that. So I'm really hyper for that book. That'll probably be my next book once I finish Normal People, which, as I say, I'm really enjoying. Then I'll go over to this one. So there we go. I've also ordered a couple on eBay. I'm naughty, aren't I? So naughty. I can't remember what they are now, but yeah, when they turn up, I'll show you. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. As I say, come follow me on Goodreads, links down below for that. Please also check out my other YouTube channel, Minxlaw123 ASMR. I do videos on that channel to help people with anxiety and insomnia. Basically videos to help you relax, sleep, chill, get tingles. So check out my other channel, link is down below to that. If you want to come and follow me on social media, that would be great. At Minxlaw123 on Twitter, and Instagram is Minxlaw123. And as I say, please subscribe. Really does mean a lot to me if you subscribe to the channel. And you know, please give this video a big old thumbs up, show the love and all that jazz, and set that notification bell to all notifications, not just some, all. And then you, as I say, get notified when I'm live, when I've uploaded content, etc. Anyway, so yeah, that's the end of the video. I'm gonna go grab my Normal People and have a little read. I'm currently on page 47, so it's only a slim book. I don't think it's going to take too long to read. So yeah, all right everyone, take care of yourselves, and happy reading. Bye.